Yeah, I play the computer. Yeah. I play the Steelers. Bledsoe plays Cleveland. You the Titans? Yes. If I beat the Steelers, I'm the higher seed. I think I play you. If I win, I play you next week, and if what's his name beats the Browns, Lad, he plays. I guess what's his name, Reese. Yeah, they 91 overall. What the fuck? Pittsburgh. I guess so, man. Yeah, what's his name? The one that would not Bledsoe, but the other one that used to be in Daryl's league that was dropped all his players was trying to, doing some fucked up shit that nobody liked. He would talk shit. We thought he was a shit. I forgot his name though.
All right, much appreciated,
yeah, AK.
As we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. And
it's
no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Play fake, Mariota. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Oh, my
God. Is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Josh Jacobs. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 29, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so,
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Get the fuck out of here.
Take it in for a Steeler
That's
touchdown.
crazy.
25 yards.
I hit the dude. 5 players of mine hit the dude. He bounced off every single one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
To throw again. Carr. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have it.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 59 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
To throw Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Mariota now from the 50. Going top shelf for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on. And he's in.
And they just bouncing off of everybody, bro.
Steelers taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
This is crazy.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time.
Wildcat, man.
Work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And forget about finding a lane.
Man, I only got picked up 2 yards twice.
He was planted in the backfield. This
I never run that shit again.
3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And now whistles and a flag.
What the fuck?
And I think we got a jump here. So they don't even need to run a second down play and give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll throw again. Mariota complete to Washington. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads, got his man, it's caught for a Steelers
they're just outdoing my team, bro.
Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass.
That's crazy. That dude. Look, man. It's 21-7. They're winning. Okay. Man, they just scoring left and right, bruh. What is up with that shit? That's bullshit, bro.
Joseph on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Now, fuck this. I'm going to start spamming plays I like.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They come in as the 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned,
nowhere to escape, and he goes
can't do nothing.
Tim Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw his car. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. To throw its car. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Cleveland Farrell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And he's in.
Oh, my God, bro. What the fuck?
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now here come the Raiders. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
They breaking off people, bro.
Go.
That's crazy.
30, past the 20.
And
he's
I'm broken this broke tackles. I never, man. Look, bro. Look. Marcus Mariota passed to James Washington 12 yards. Marcus Mariota passed to Donner 7 yards. Like, they're hardly missing anything, bro. Sack for 8 yards. Then I'm sacked for 8-yard loss. 8-yard loss. Interception by Canadian. Man, 30 yards, and then he just ran one back. But I don't even know why they showed that. They didn't even show that. Okay, I got to go further down. Okay, look. I received a kickoff for 27 yards. Carr was sacked for 5-yard loss. Derek Carr passed knocked away by Malcolm Jenkins. He passed to Brashard for 43 yards. Incomplete pass, and they intercepted. And then returned for a touchdown, and the dude broke the touchdown. He broke a tackle for the touchdown. So it's 41-7 now. I have 4 interceptions thrown, bro. I can't run. I can't do shit.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That's crazy, bro.
This field
at 9-17, dog.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff?
He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Watch the run. 6-18.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to go up top. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Got what? Nah.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Carr now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th down with Carr.
Oh, my gosh. Man,
So
he was
certainly
wide
an
the fuck
interesting
open. He missed the
corner to
ball.
go
On the
for it. And the
Come
Steelers,
on.
they're
That's
gonna take
crazy,
over in
bro.
excellent field position.
That
Apparently
is
they weren't
fucking
interested
crazy,
in playing the
bro.
field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here.
Yeah,
Bad situation.
And Joe Mixon
I think
bouncing off
closer
people
to
left and
midfield
right.
before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I blocked the field goal, bro.
Well, one of the few things that's gone
42-14.
right for them, likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had a share of troubles in this.
I'm just going to start running the same play.
Big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Carr now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Carr. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a second down
Carr's just
throw
overthrowing
for
these
the end zone,
motherfuckers.
but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well.
And now the ball's
Come
out.
on.
Carr lost it, fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
They just don't want me to
His guys will
win.
take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield.
Wow, bro,
All
that's
receivers out
crazy,
in the
bro.
pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
And I can't even switch players.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off the play fake, Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mariota. Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They got Mariota.
They get 16
shit on
out of
this
that one,
bitch.
but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him the 3rd down conversion.
Man, I could have scored on 2 plays, and they fucked me up on that shit,
That
bro.
puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
I haven't had a penalty all season.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Throwing, Mariota. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. It's Mixon on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer in one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other.
Phillip Rivers, but Mariota's in the game.
The kick by Joseph is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
It shouldn't even show him then.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity.
What?
From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Mariota now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now Mariota. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
That's crazy, bro. I think I'm going to just leave this motherfucker.
Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown.
I like the people I got, too, bro.
As his guys continue to pour it on.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those. Yeah,
I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
And now back out comes the offense. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs. But this one is not going to script so far.
Yeah, playing Carr's throwing the ball all fucked up too, bro.
But the good thing is it's the
behind people and it's wide open.
I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr.
Man, get sacked. Come on, bro.
Back at his own 6-yard line. Tim Williams. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
How about we just reset this shit,
the lonely punter inside their own 20. Figured
why,
for sure
why you said it?
Punting this away.
Because all these
they did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here.
I said broadcast up. They don't know my thing.
It's because
it says what?
Dominant. They don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game.
Guess what?
Maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL,
yeah,
any given
man,
Sunday
he knows
is a phrase
up.
they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
Get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Cleveland Farrell in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? push his way down to about the 14. Only able to pick up a
and then it's all
mad
Madden and shit too, and you play against shit like this.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off.
What happened is
the kick by
Phil Rivers is the holder.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the
like
decision
they need to let go of
he's taken
bro.
down right at the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense. So they held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect.
Bro.
I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, come on. That's the 3rd time, bro. That should have been a... Come on.
The Raiders try it on 4th down to no avail.
Bullshit,
and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Once again, they run with Mixon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Yeah, I'm about to quit this.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll run here with Mixon. And he gets it to the 32. Good
yeah, people that honestly
down.
try to play this game and shit, and then you have people that are doing every fucked up shit.
Medium winds up being a good one.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Bro.
On 2nd down, Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Mixon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
They're going to take a knee and then... What the fuck?
Everyone, you got four down.
Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down.
And they're going to kick it? Yeah, that's bullshit.
The kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered.
I'm not going to even deal with that shit. I'm done.
And they'll be ready to win.
I'm done.
So that'll do it for us.
I guess I'm just going to put myself on autopilot, bro. This bullshit.
Watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm done with this shit. That's some bullshit, bro.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance.
When you play, if you win, you play motherfucking.
Oh, there with the hands, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Yeah. No. You play next week.
Foot on the gas, I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on the track when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a piece of my animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed to be tears, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring the dash. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought it could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. On the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from.